powerful earthquake measuring 6.3 on the Richter scale struck northern Afghanistan early Monday, sending shockwaves across multiple provinces. The tremors triggered mass panic as residents rushed out of their homes, fearing aftershocks. According to initial reports, at least 20 people were killed and more than 150 injured, while dozens of houses were completely destroyed or partially damaged. The United States Geological Survey confirmed that the earthquake originated about 22 kilometers southwest of Qum district in Samangan province with a depth of 28 kilometers. The shocks were strongly felt in Mazar-e Sharif, Kunduz, Balkh, and Takhar, causing widespread damage and disruptions. Authorities have declared emergency in several districts as rescue teams and medical personnel rush to aid victims trapped under debris. The tremors also extended beyond Afghanistan, shaking parts of Iran, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Experts have warned that the death toll may rise as search operations continue. This is Afghanistan's second major quake this year, highlighting the region's growing seismic vulnerability.
President Masoud Pezeshkian declares Iran's nuclear program peaceful as reconstruction begins, while Donald Trump threatens renewed U.S. action.
In a bold declaration that reignited global debate, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian announced that Iran will rebuild its nuclear facilities using stronger infrastructure and advanced technology. Addressing concerns over international tensions, Pezeshkian reassured global powers that Iran's nuclear ambitions remain strictly peaceful, intended only for energy, medical research, and technological independence. He emphasized, "Buildings can be destroyed, but knowledge cannot be erased. We will rebuild, this time even stronger." The statement quickly drew a sharp response from U.S. President Donald Trump, who warned that any attempt by Iran to restore its nuclear plants could trigger new American strikes and possibly fresh sanctions. Analysts fear this exchange could fuel a new wave of confrontation across the Middle East, already burdened by geopolitical instability. Global experts say Iran's decision, though framed as peaceful, may test diplomatic patience worldwide. The reconstruction plan underscores Tehran's determination to assert sovereignty, while the West watches with growing unease.
Cricket legend Wasim Akram calls on ICC and global boards to eliminate politics, emphasizing unity, sportsmanship, and equal opportunity for players.
Cricket icon and former Pakistan captain Wasim Akram has strongly condemned the growing influence of politics in international sports. Speaking during a televised interview, the Sultan of Swing said that cricket's true essence lies in bringing nations together, not dividing them. He urged the International Cricket Council, ICC, and all national boards to act responsibly and ensure that players are not deprived of opportunities due to political agendas. Akram stressed that sports should transcend borders, allowing athletes to compete freely, regardless of nationality or government relations. "We must be brave enough to separate politics from the game," he asserted. Sadly, very few are willing to take that step. He praised franchise cricket for uniting players across nations and promoting global harmony through the sport. Recalling his earlier advice to include Babar Azam in Pakistan's T20 lineup, Akram's outstanding performances reaffirm his belief in merit-based selections. Concluding his remarks, Akram expressed hope that cricket will soon return to its pure, unifying spirit, free from politics and prejudice.
With Ashes preparations in full swing, top Australian cricketers skipped India's T20 series to focus on red ball dominance.
In a bold strategic move, Australia has placed the upcoming Ashes series at the forefront of its cricketing priorities. Several leading players, including Travis Head, Mitchell Starc, Steve Smith, and Josh Hazlewood, have opted out of the remaining T20 matches against India to prepare for Sheffield Shield fixtures. Cricket Australia confirmed that Travis Head has been officially released from the T20 squad, while Pacers Hazelwood and Sean Abbott will now focus on domestic cricket duties. Rising leg spinner Tanvir Sangha has been freed to feature in the One Day Cup as left-arm seamer Ben Dorschwitz joins the squad for the remaining T20s. Officials emphasize that this shift reflects Australia's renewed commitment to red ball excellence, ensuring players are in peak form ahead of the Ashes opener. The ongoing 5-match T20 series against India remains level at 1-1, with the decisive clashes scheduled for November 6th and 8th. Analysts say the move balances long-term planning with short-term experimentation, giving new talents a chance to shine.
The government has once again increased petrol and diesel prices, sparking outrage among inflation-hit citizens already burdened by rising costs.
In yet another economic jolt to the inflation-stricken public, the government has approved an increase in petrol and diesel prices effective from November 1, 2025. According to the Finance Division, the decision was made on the recommendations of OGRA and other relevant ministries. Petrol will now post Rs 265.45 per litre after a 2.43 rupee hike, while high-speed diesel has surged by Rs 3.02, reaching Rs 278.44 per litre. The notification cites rising global oil prices, escalating import costs, and the depreciation of the rupee as key reasons behind the adjustment. Economists warn that the move may unleash another wave of inflation, impacting transport fares, agricultural expenses, and essential commodity prices. Citizens have reacted sharply, saying the government should find relief measures instead of shifting economic pressure onto the people. The Finance Division hinted that a reduction might be possible in the next review if international oil prices stabilize. Until then, consumers must endure another fortnight of soaring fuel costs.
Pakistan has reopened the Torkham border, allowing Afghan citizens safe return amid continuing diplomatic tensions and suspended trade activities.
In a significant humanitarian move, the government of Pakistan has reopened the Torkham border crossing to enable the safe repatriation of Afghan citizens stranded in the country. The decision, effective today, comes after more than 10 days of closure caused by heightened tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan. According to Deputy Commissioner Khyber, Bilal Shahid Rao, immigration and customs personnel were called in early morning to ensure a smooth, organized, and uninterrupted return process. He emphasized that while the border has reopened for humanitarian movement, bilateral trade and commercial activities will remain suspended until further notice. Federal Information Minister Ata Tarar earlier stated that the decision to resume trade would depend on the improvement of diplomatic ties and the regional security environment. Officials said the government's priority is to ensure a safe and dignified return for Afghan citizens while maintaining strict border discipline. Travelers have been urged to comply with all immigration protocols, and additional security and monitoring measures have been implemented to prevent any untoward incident.
Central Punjab cities, including Lahore and Kasur, choke under dense smog as authorities issue health alerts and safety warnings.
Air pollution across central Punjab has reached critical levels, plunging several cities into the red zone and triggering health alerts. According to environmental monitoring reports, Kasur recorded the highest particulate matter at 686, followed by Raiwind with 601, Gujranwala at 442, and Lahore at 450 AQI, ranking among Pakistan's most polluted cities. Environmental officials revealed that pollution in Lahore Burki Road, Shadara, GT Road, Multan Road, and Egerton Road has touched a hazardous AQI of 500, severely impacting visibility and public health. Experts attribute the worsening situation to polluted winds drifting from India, coupled with stagnant weather and industrial emissions. Authorities have urged citizens to stay indoors, wear protective masks, and avoid unnecessary outdoor activity, particularly vulnerable groups such as children, the elderly, and those with respiratory illnesses. Environmental experts have also stressed the urgent use of air purifiers and clean energy measures to mitigate the crisis. Despite repeated warnings, the smog continues to blanket Punjab's heartland, posing a growing environmental and health emergency.
India's disinformation campaign intensifies. Pakistan presents undeniable proof of hybrid warfare, urges global community to intervene decisively.
India's propaganda machinery has gone into overdrive, launching an organized campaign aimed at destabilizing Pakistan through fake news, disinformation, and narrative manipulation. According to official and independent reports, Indian media outlets and foreign-funded digital platforms are working in coordination to portray Pakistan's internal affairs negatively and sway international opinion. Experts warn that this digital warfare specifically targets sensitive regions, including Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Azad Kashmir, in a bid to fuel unrest and division. Fabricated videos, doctored images, and coordinated online accounts are being weaponized to promote anti-Pakistan sentiment. Pakistan's National Counter-Terrorism Authority, NACTA, has reaffirmed its resolve to counter both internal extremism and external propaganda through a comprehensive national strategy. Islamabad has termed these efforts part of an undeclared hybrid war, where data, algorithms, and digital networks replace bullets and bombs. Vowing to expose the campaign globally, Pakistan has announced it will raise the issue at the United Nations and other international forums, urging the world to recognize and address India's disinformation operations threatening regional peace.
In a major digital leap, NADRA introduces an online nikah registration system, enabling citizens to register marriages from home.
In a major digital leap, NADRA introduces an online nikah registration system, enabling citizens to register marriages from home. The National Database and Registration Authority, NADRA, has launched a groundbreaking online marriage registration system, marking another stride toward Pakistan's digital transformation. Through the Pak ID mobile app, citizens can now register their nikah and download their official marriage certificate directly from home, eliminating the need for lengthy visits to Union Council offices. According to NADRA officials, this initiative aims to simplify public access to essential services and ensure greater transparency in marriage documentation. Initially, the service has been rolled out in 3 districts of Punjab, Chakwal, Jhelum, and Nankana Sahib, covering 180 union councils collectively. After successful implementation, the system will be expanded nationwide. Citizens will only need their CNIC, internet access, and the Pak ID mobile app to complete the process. Experts have hailed this as a model step toward digital governance and service efficiency. NADRA reaffirmed its commitment to transforming Pakistan into a digitally empowered state, pledging more innovative public service solutions in the future.
Top PTI leaders: Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Mian Mahmood Or Rashid, and Umar Sarfraz Chima hospitalized. Supporters pray for recovery.
Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, Vice Chairman Shah Mahmood Qureshi has been admitted to the Pakistan Kidney and Liver Institute in Lahore due to gallbladder complications. Doctors have diagnosed gallstones and surgeries expected in the coming days. Hospital officials confirmed that Qureshi's condition remains stable and all necessary medical tests have been completed under the supervision of gastroenterology and surgical experts. Senior PTI figures Fawad Chowdhury, Mahmood Molvi, and Imran Ismail visited the hospital to inquire about his health and conveyed best wishes for his speedy recovery. Meanwhile, senior PTI leader Mian Mahmood Or Rashid has been admitted to Jinnah Hospital following complaints of chest pain. Doctors diagnosed a chest infection, confirming that his condition is stable and under observation. Additionally, former Punjab Governor Umar Sarfraz Chima, also imprisoned in connection with the May 9 cases, is reportedly under medical treatment. PTI leaders and supporters have offered prayers for all 3 leaders' swift recovery, hoping they will soon resume political activities.
Political suspense grips Azad Jammu and Kashmir. PPP delays no trust motion while Bilawal Bhutto weighs crucial leadership decision.
Political tension in Azad, Jammu and Kashmir continues to intensify as the no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Chaudhry Anwar ul-Haq faces another delay. The Pakistan People's Party, the PPP, has yet to reach a final decision on whether to proceed, deepening uncertainty across the region's political landscape. According to parliamentary insiders, members of the Forward Bloc who recently joined the PPP are growing increasingly uneasy. Some lawmakers have voiced concerns to the party leadership, claiming major political decisions are being made without their consultation. A few even admitted that their switch to the PPP may have been premature. Sources report that several PPP legislators remain stationed at Kashmir House, awaiting guidance from the top leadership. Senior party figures confirmed that Chairman Bilal Bhutto Zardari will personally determine the timing and course of the no-confidence motion. Analysts believe the delay reflects widening internal rifts within the PPP and indecision among coalition allies. Observers warn that prolonged uncertainty could further destabilize Azad Kashmir's fragile political balance in the days ahead.
The United Nations has issued a stern warning. Restoring ties with Afghanistan's Taliban regime would legitimize oppression and discrimination.
The United Nations has issued a stern warning. Restoring ties with Afghanistan's Taliban regime would legitimize oppression and discrimination. The United Nations has sounded the alarm over Afghanistan's deteriorating human rights situation, cautioning nations against normalizing relations with the Taliban regime. UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights, Richard Bennett, told the General Assembly that any attempt to re-engage politically or diplomatically with the Taliban would amount to condoning severe human rights violations. Bennett highlighted that under Taliban rule, Afghan women have been stripped of education and employment opportunities and face mounting social and legal restrictions. Even female UN staff are now being denied entry into offices, a move Bennett called a blatant violation of the UN Charter and international equality principles. He also raised concern over rising cases of corporal punishment, enforced disappearances, and attacks on former officials, warning that fear and repression dominate Afghan society, despite promises of amnesty. Calling the situation systematically oppressive, Bennett urged world leaders to adopt a principled, transparent, and rights-based approach to ensure the protection of Afghan women, children, and minorities before Afghanistan slides further into global isolation.
In a dramatic shift, the Pentagon approves Tomahawk missile delivery to Ukraine, igniting fears of intensified U.S.-Russia confrontation.
The U.S. Department of Defense has approved the transfer of long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine, a move that could significantly reshape the ongoing conflict with Russia. Capable of striking targets up to 1,000 miles away, the Tomahawk is among America's most advanced precision-guided weapons, deployable from both submarines and naval warships. Pentagon officials emphasize that the decision will not affect U.S. stockpiles, but the final authorization lies with President Donald Trump. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reportedly sought these missiles to target Russian energy and military infrastructure deep inside enemy territory. According to defense sources, key operational matters, including deployment locations, training, and strategic integration, remain under consideration. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned that such an escalation could pose direct threats to Moscow and St. Petersburg, urging restraint to avoid confrontation. Analysts describe the development as a defining moment in the war, one that could bolster Ukraine's firepower, but also heighten geopolitical risks. The world now watches closely as Washington deliberates on a decision with far-reaching consequences.
Justice served in Turkey. A tragic hotel blaze that killed 78 leads to life imprisonment for 11 accused.
Turkish court has delivered a landmark verdict in one of the country's deadliest hotel fires, sentencing the owner and 11 staff members to life imprisonment. The tragic blaze, which engulfed a 12-story hotel earlier this year, claimed 78 lives, including 34 children, and left over 130 others injured. Investigations revealed severe negligence, as the hotel lacked basic fire safety systems and had no trained staff to respond to emergencies. The court described the management's disregard for human safety as criminal negligence, holding them fully accountable for the catastrophic loss of life. The verdict also highlighted failures by government regulators who issued hotel permits without verifying safety standards. The court stated that the ruling serves not just as punishment, but as a warning that human life must never be compromised for profit. Experts say this decision could reshape fire safety enforcement in Turkey, emphasizing strict compliance, accountability, and public awareness. The case stands as a powerful global reminder: safety negligence is no longer tolerable.
Umar Akmal drops a bombshell, accusing Waqar Younis of envy, claiming personal grudges and jealousy derailed his promising cricket career.
A fresh controversy has erupted in Pakistan cricket as former batsman Umar Akmal accused ex-head coach Waqar Younis of sabotaging his career out of jealousy. Speaking in a televised interview, Akmal claimed Waqar was envious of his fame, lifestyle, and success, which led to his unfair exclusion from the national team. Waqar couldn't tolerate a young player arriving in a new car, Akmal revealed. He questioned how I earned my money and, driven by jealousy, destroyed my career. He further stated that several teammates from that period could vouch for his claims. Akmal also alleged that Waqar targeted not only him, but other senior players as well. I respect Waqar as a player, but not as a coach. His attitude broke many players' confidence, he added. The former batsman insisted he possesses evidence and intends to disclose it when the time is right. Meanwhile, Waqar Younis has previously denied such allegations, asserting that his coaching decisions were always in the best interests of the team.
Pakistan's dominant all-round performance in Lahore levels the T20 series. Babar Azam breaks Rohit Sharma's record in style.
Cricket fans witnessed a spectacular show of dominance at Lahore's Gaddafi Stadium as Pakistan demolished South Africa by 9 wickets in the second T20 International, leveling the series 1-1. Batting brilliance, bowling precision, and record-breaking milestones turned the match into a thrilling spectacle. Chasing a modest target of 111 runs, Pakistan stormed to victory in just 14 overs. Young sensation Saeem Ayub led the charge with an explosive, unbeaten 71 off 38 balls, decorated with 6 boundaries and 5 towering sixes. Babar Azam, steady at the other end, added 11 not out, while Sahibzada Farham contributed 28 valuable runs. Earlier, South Africa managed only 110 runs, with Dewald Brevis scoring 25. Pakistan's bowling unit dominated. Fahim Ashraf claimed 4 wickets, Salman Mirza took 3 for just 14 runs, earning the Player of the Match title. In a historic moment, Babar Azam surpassed Rohit Sharma's record for the most career T20 runs, now standing at 4,234. Pakistan's resounding win sets up a thrilling decider in the final T20 clash.
Former KP Chief Minister Ali Amin Gandapur warns that the province's fragile peace is slipping amid rising militant activity.
Former Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Ali Amin Gandapur, has warned that the province's hard-earned peace is once again under serious threat. Speaking to a private news channel, Gandapur said that during his tenure, joint efforts of the army, police, and local communities had succeeded in driving terrorists out of most districts and restoring public confidence. He recalled that a century-old sectarian conflict in Kuram was peacefully resolved under his leadership, noting that for 7 consecutive months, not a single gunshot was fired in the region. Gandapur expressed alarm over the recent resurgence of violence in Kuram, Khyber, Bajaur, and other areas, calling the deteriorating security situation deeply concerning. He emphasized that the key to restoring stability lies in unity, coordination, and timely action among all stakeholders. Gandapur also criticized political double standards regarding drone strikes, reminding that while 4 such attacks drew outrage during his term, 6 others in just 18 days later went unchallenged. He concluded that collective resolve remains the only path to lasting peace in the province.
A chilling rise in attacks on journalists. Freedom Network reports a 60% increase, raising alarms over media safety nationwide.
Pakistan's media landscape faces an alarming challenge as attacks on journalists have surged by 60% this year, according to the Freedom Network's latest annual report. The watchdog warns that freedom of expression is under severe threat, with Punjab and Islamabad emerging as the most dangerous regions for media professionals. Covering the period from November 2024 to September 2025, the report documented 142 incidents targeting journalists nationwide. During the federal government's first year, 36 cases were officially registered, 22 under the Pakistan Electronic Crimes Act, PECA, and 14 under the Pakistan Penal Code, PPC. Experts caution that the rising violence is creating a climate of fear that undermines both press freedom and public access to truthful information. The report calls on the government and law enforcement agencies to take urgent, concrete steps to protect journalists and uphold democratic norms. The journalist community has voiced strong concern, warning that without immediate safeguards, Pakistan risks sliding further into an era of silenced reporting and shrinking civic space.
Field Marshal Asim Munir visits Peshawar, addresses tribal elders, warns Kabul against cross-border terrorism, and vows decisive action.
Field Marshal Asim Munir made a key visit to Peshawar, where he met with tribal elders and reiterated Pakistan's unwavering resolve to prevent terrorism from Afghan soil. Addressing a grand jirga, he declared that while Pakistan seeks peace with all its neighbors, cross-border militancy will not be tolerated. According to ISPR, the Field Marshal was briefed at 11 Corps headquarters on the region's security situation, operational readiness, and measures to secure the Pak-Afghan frontier. He lauded the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa for their historic sacrifices in combating terrorism and vowed that the province will soon be completely cleansed of terrorist elements and their facilitators. The tribal elders reaffirmed full support for the Pakistan Army, pledging unity against extremist groups. Field Marshal Munir also cautioned that India-backed proxies pose a serious threat to Pakistan's peace, but vowed continued decisive operations to eliminate them. Concluding his visit, he emphasized that public trust and army unity remain Pakistan's strongest weapons in preserving lasting peace and stability.
India spreads fabricated claims of Pakistan recognizing Israel. Islamabad hits back, calling the propaganda baseless, malicious, and desperate.
After facing repeated failures on the diplomatic front, India has resorted to a smear campaign against Pakistan, this time claiming Islamabad has recognized Israel. Pakistan's government swiftly and categorically rejected these false claims, exposing them as part of a broader disinformation agenda. According to official clarification, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting termed Indian media's propaganda entirely baseless, asserting that Pakistan has neither recognized Israel nor held any discussion of military cooperation. The controversy began after Republic TV falsely alleged that Pakistan was preparing to send 20,000 troops to Gaza under Western and Israeli supervision and had removed the "not valid for travel to Israel" clause from its passport. Pakistan's Foreign Office dismissed the claims outright, reaffirming that the clause remains intact and the nation's policy toward Israel is clear, principled, and unwavering. Officials stress that Pakistan continues to champion Palestinian self-determination at international forums. Islamabad concluded that India's fabricated narrative aims to divert global and domestic attention from its own political and military embarrassments.
Big update for Umrah pilgrims. Saudi Arabia shortens visa validity to 30 days. Travel delays may lead to cancellation.
Saudi Arabia has introduced a major change to its Umrah visa policy, requiring pilgrims to travel to the kingdom within 30 days of visa issuance. The Ministry of Hajj and Umrah confirmed that visas will now be automatically canceled if travelers fail to enter Saudi Arabia within the specified period. Previously, pilgrims had a 3-month window to make the journey, but authorities have reduced it to 1 month to ensure better organization and smoother management amid a surge in pilgrim numbers. Advisor to the National Committee for Umrah, Ahmet Bajafar, stated that the new regulations will take effect next week, adding that the decision aims to make the visa process more efficient, digitalized, and user-friendly. In recent years, Saudi Arabia has significantly upgraded its Umrah system, enabling online verification of hotel bookings, transportation, and services. Since June alone, over 4 million Umrah visas have been issued, marking a record-breaking year and a clear sign of growing global participation in religious tourism.
Pakistan and Afghanistan have agreed to restart peace talks in Istanbul on November 6, with Turkey and Qatar mediating.
A new window for regional peace appears to be opening as Pakistan and Afghanistan agreed to resume peace talks in Istanbul from November 6. According to Turkey's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, both nations have decided to uphold the existing ceasefire while discussions continue, aiming to prevent further border escalations. The talks, jointly mediated by Turkey and Qatar, concluded after several days of intense deliberations, focusing on sustaining calm along the border and building long-term trust. Afghanistan's interim government spokesperson, Zabihullah Mujahid, confirmed that both sides are committed to advancing the dialogue process. This development comes after weeks of deadly cross-border clashes that heightened regional tensions. Earlier, a high-level meeting held in Doha on October 19th produced a temporary truce. Pakistan's Defense Minister, Khwaja Mohammad Asif, hailed the Istanbul process as a decision to give peace another chance, emphasizing that Pakistan remains ready to cooperate for regional stability. Observers believe the Istanbul initiative could mark the beginning of renewed trust and enduring cooperation between the two neighboring countries.
The alarming rise of myopia among children sparks concern. 40% of kids under 10 suffer vision damage from screens.
Medical experts are sounding the alarm over an alarming surge in childhood myopia, directly linked to excessive mobile phone use. Globally, and in Pakistan, doctors warn that nearly 40% of children under 10 now suffer from weakened eyesight, a number increasing by 14% every year. At a pediatric ophthalmology seminar in Lahore, specialists revealed that prolonged screen exposure and intense blue light are reshaping children's eye structure.
Professor Seema Qayyum, head of the department, cautioned that some children are now prescribed -7 to -10 power lenses, a sign of dangerously advancing eye strain. Experts further warned that the condition is not only impairing academic focus and concentration, but could lead to permanent vision damage if left unchecked. Parents are urged to limit screen time, ensure adequate lighting, and encourage frequent eye breaks to prevent long-term harm. Doctors call this trend a silent epidemic that, if ignored, could permanently affect the eyesight of an entire generation.
The enemy must remember, Pakistan Army stands fully prepared to defend the homeland. Any aggression will face a decisive response.
Director General ISPL, Lieutenant General Ahmed Sharif Chaudhry, has reaffirmed the Pakistan Army's unwavering resolve to defend the nation against all external threats. Addressing students and faculty members from various universities in Abbottabad, he declared that any act of foreign aggression will be met with a firm and powerful response. He emphasized that Pakistan has successfully dismantled terrorist networks through decisive operations and continues to safeguard national peace, stability, and sovereignty. Speaking on regional security, including Pak-Afghan relations and the ongoing battle for truth, General Sharif stated that while Pakistan remains committed to peace, no hostile behavior from any country will be tolerated. A large number of students and teachers attended the session, paying tribute to the martyrs and veterans for their sacrifices. The Vice-Chancellor of Hazara University, Dr. Ikramullah Khan, called the Army the true symbol of national unity and courage. Students said the DG-ISPR's clear and candid discussion dispelled misinformation, strengthening their trust in Pakistan's armed forces and their vital role in national defense.
Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif announces Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 will open millions of jobs, Pakistan to benefit significantly.
Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has revealed that millions of new jobs will be created in Saudi Arabia under Vision 2030 and preparations for the FIFA World Cup 2034, and Pakistan is ready to seize this opportunity. Speaking at the launch of the Prime Minister Youth Laptop Scheme 2025, Shehbaz Sharif said that Saudi Arabia requires skilled and technology-trained manpower across various sectors. He emphasized that his government is working tirelessly to ensure Pakistani youth are well prepared and can proudly represent the nation abroad. During his recent visit to Saudi Arabia, he discussed workforce development, artificial intelligence and automation, highlighting Pakistan's greatest asset, its talented youth. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif expressed gratitude to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman for his commitment to cooperation, calling Vision 2030 a transformative plan for the region's prosperity. The Prime Minister also hinted that good news regarding employment opportunities in Saudi Arabia will be announced soon. This is a golden chance for Pakistani youth to prove their potential on a global stage, he affirmed.
Forgetfulness no longer unbeatable. Scientists unveil groundbreaking methods to enhance memory, improve focus, and fight dementia effectively.
Dementia and memory loss are rapidly becoming common global concerns, affecting millions every year. But scientists now say hope is on the horizon. Groundbreaking international research is exploring innovative techniques to enhance human memory and strengthen cognitive function. Among the most promising methods is magnetic brain stimulation, which activates specific brain regions using controlled magnetic pulses, resulting in improved learning speed and retention. Similarly, neurofeedback technology allows individuals to monitor and control their brain waves, helping boost concentration, focus, and long-term memory. Experts also emphasize the importance of brain-boosting foods like turmeric, garlic, and vitamin-rich diets, which nourish nerve cells and improve brain health. Meanwhile, cutting-edge research into genetic modification aims to enhance memory at the cellular level, potentially transforming future treatments for dementia and other neurological conditions. Scientists believe that within the next decade, these discoveries could revolutionize how humans learn, remember, and think, turning the dream of sharper memory into everyday reality.
After decades of perseverance and criticism, Abhishek Bachchan finally earns his first Filmfare Award for a deeply emotional performance.
After 25 years of resilience, struggle, and countless setbacks, Abhishek Bachchan has finally achieved a milestone that defines his journey, his first ever Filmfare Award. His extraordinary performance in I Want to Talk moved audiences to tears, portraying a cancer survivor caught between life, love, and loss. Facing years of harsh criticism and comparisons, Abhishek proved his worth with sheer talent and persistence. When questioned about buying the award, he firmly stated, "I didn't purchase this. I earned it with sweat and perseverance." His words resonated across the industry, silencing critics and winning admiration. During his emotional acceptance speech, Abhishek thanked his legendary parents Amitabh and Jaya Bachchan, his wife Aishwarya Rai, and daughter Aradhya, acknowledging their unwavering support through difficult years. From his 1999 debut Refugee to today's triumph, Abhishek's journey has come full circle, from rejection to respect. His victory is not just cinematic, but deeply personal, proving that determination, humility, and faith can rewrite any destiny.
Sugar prices spiral out of control nationwide. Citizens protest as inflation bites harder, and authorities struggle to respond.
The rising wave of inflation has dealt another blow to Pakistani households as sugar prices soar to unprecedented levels across the country. Once a symbol of sweetness, sugar has now become a luxury for many families struggling to make ends meet. In Lahore, prices have surged between 190 and 220 rupees per kilogram, while in Peshawar, sugar sells for 210 rupees and in Rawalpindi for 190 rupees. Quetta and Hyderabad report prices touching 185 to 190 rupees per kilogram. The official government rate of 176 rupees, however, remains nothing more than a figure on paper. In Faisalabad, sugar prices have risen by 25 rupees within a week, while in Karachi, retail sugar is priced at 190 rupees and wholesale at 195 rupees per kilogram. Retailers are accused of arbitrary hikes, and city administrations appear unable to rein in the sugar mafia. Frustrated citizens are taking to the streets, demanding strict government action to stabilize markets and restore affordability before inflation completely erodes household purchasing power.
A major leap in Pakistan's maritime defense. The first Chinese-built submarine will launch in 2026, strengthening regional security.
Pakistan's defense capabilities are set for a major boost as the first Chinese-built Hangor-class submarine is scheduled for launch in 2026 under a $5 billion defense agreement with China. According to Naval Chief Admiral Naveed Ashraf, all 8 submarines, 4 built in China and 4 assembled in Pakistan, will be delivered by 2028, marking a new era of maritime strength for the Pakistan Navy. Admiral Ashraf told Global Times that the project is progressing according to schedule and will significantly reinforce Pakistan's defense presence across the Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. 3 submarines have already been launched in China's Hubei province. The naval chief praised the submarine's cutting-edge technology, reliability, and stealth capabilities, describing them as tailor-made for Pakistan's naval requirements. He also revealed growing cooperation with China in artificial intelligence, unmanned systems, and electronic warfare, fields vital to modern naval strategy. Defense experts say this partnership not only enhances military readiness, but also deepens industrial, technological, and strategic ties between the two nations.
Relief
rain in upper areas. Meanwhile, winds blowing in from India have worsened air quality across Punjab, pushing Lahore to second place among the world's most polluted cities. In some areas, the air quality index has exceeded 400, reaching hazardous levels. Health experts have urged citizens to wear masks and avoid unnecessary outdoor activities. The Punjab government has also adjusted school timings to 8:45 a.m. amid dense smog as the country awaits cleansing rains.
After the polio campaign, Pakistan begins a massive immunization drive to shield millions of children from deadly diseases.
Pakistan has launched a major nationwide vaccination campaign to protect children from measles and rubella, two highly infectious and potentially fatal diseases. The 13-day drive, running from November 17th to November 29th, aims to immunize over 35.4 million children aged 6 months to 59 months across the country. The World Health Organization, WHO, and the government of Pakistan are jointly overseeing the campaign, with support from more than 140,000 trained health workers and vaccination teams operating nationwide. WHO's representative in Pakistan, Dr. Luo Dapeng, emphasized vaccines save lives. This initiative is a vital step toward a healthier, safer future for Pakistan's children. Recent reports have shown a concerning surge in measles cases during 2025, with 57% of infections among unvaccinated children. Officials say the current campaign aims not only to prevent disease outbreaks, but also to strengthen Pakistan's public health system and move closer to global immunization targets.
A divine fusion of faith and festivity, thousands of Sikh pilgrims gather in Nankana Sahib for Guru Nanak celebrations.
The city of Nankana Sahib has come alive with color, devotion, and cultural harmony as celebrations for Baba Guru Nanak's 556th birth anniversary commence. Thousands of Sikh pilgrims from India and around the world have arrived to take part in the 3-day festivities honoring the founder of Sikhism. Pilgrims from Sindh reached by special trains and were warmly received by the district administration. Throughout the celebrations, various religious and cultural programs are being held to promote Guru Nanak's teachings of peace, equality, and unity. Devotees are offering prayers and performing rituals at the historic Gurudwara Janam Astan, the birthplace of the revered spiritual leader. Tight security measures have been implemented to ensure smooth proceedings, while arrangements for accommodation, meals, and transportation have been made for guests. The event not only strengthens interfaith harmony, but also boosts tourism and the local economy. The celebrations will conclude with a grand procession symbolizing unity, devotion, and the timeless message of Guru Nanak's universal love.
Negligence turns deadly as separate road accidents in Lahore and Faisalabad claim 6 lives. Investigations now underway.
A wave of tragedy swept through Punjab as 2 horrific traffic accidents claimed 6 precious lives, including 2 police officers. In Lahore, near MAO College, a truck loaded with glass bottles overturned onto a rickshaw carrying 8 passengers. 4 people, including 2 women, lost their lives instantly, while 2 others sustained serious injuries and were rushed to a nearby hospital. Rescue teams safely pulled out 2 children trapped under the wreckage. The truck driver has been arrested, and police have launched a full investigation to determine the cause of the crash. Meanwhile, on the Faisalabad motorway near Samundrai Tehsil, a police van collided with a speeding truck, leaving 2 officers dead and 8 injured. The officers belonged to the Multan police and were returning from Lahore after completing security duties for a cricket match. Emergency services responded swiftly, transferring the injured to the hospital. Authorities say rising road congestion, reckless driving, and lack of safety enforcement continue to endanger lives across the province.
A groundbreaking initiative by Islamabad Traffic Police, citizens can now obtain learner permits instantly at city checkpoints, promoting safe driving.
The Islamabad Traffic Police has taken a major step toward ensuring safer roads in eliminating unlicensed driving by launching an on-the-spot learner permit system across the capital. Acting on the directives of the Inspector General of Police, the campaign allows citizens to obtain learner permits directly at city checkpoints. Chief Traffic Officer Hamza Humayun confirmed that the service has been introduced at 4 key locations: 0 Point, Faizabad, G14, and the Foreign Office, where trained staff verify identification documents, guide applicants, and issue learner permits within minutes. The initiative aims to simplify the licensing process, reduce unlicensed driving, and enhance traffic discipline. Additionally, mobile facilitation vans and pop-up license counters will soon operate across Islamabad, while an online e-learner permit portal enables citizens to apply conveniently from home. An extensive awareness campaign has also been launched in schools, universities, and corporate offices to educate drivers about traffic safety. Officials expect this initiative to increase trained drivers, prevent road accidents, and promote a culture of lawful driving across the capital.
Indian billionaire Anil Ambani faces intense scrutiny as authorities seize properties worth billions amid mounting financial irregularity allegations.
In yet another act of terrorism, armed militants ambushed the convoy of North Waziristan District Police Officer DPO Waqar Ahmed Khan near Banu on the Banu-Miran-Shah main road. According to police sources, unidentified gunmen opened indiscriminate fire at Mamash Kel, injuring 5 police officers. The DPO remained unharmed in the attack. Rescue teams swiftly reached the scene and shifted the injured personnel to Banu District Hospital, where they are receiving medical care. Security forces immediately cordoned off the area, launching a large-scale search operation to trace the attackers. Initial intelligence suggests 2 to 3 militants were involved, who managed to flee toward the nearby hilly terrain. DPO Waqar Ahmed Khan later visited the injured officers, commending their courage and assuring that such cowardly acts cannot weaken the morale of the police. Authorities have formed a special investigation team to identify and apprehend those responsible. Increased patrolling and security checks have been ordered across the region to prevent further incidents.
Panic grips Afghanistan as a 6.3 magnitude earthquake strikes. Homes collapse, casualties mount, and aftershocks shake neighboring nations.
A powerful earthquake measuring 6.3 on the Richter scale struck northern Afghanistan early Monday, sending shockwaves across multiple provinces. The tremors triggered mass panic as residents rushed out of their homes, fearing aftershocks. According to initial reports, at least 20 people were killed and more than 150 injured, while dozens of houses were completely destroyed or partially damaged. The United States Geological Survey confirmed that the earthquake originated about 22 kilometers southwest of Qum district in Samangan province with a depth of 28 kilometers. The shocks were strongly felt in Mazar-e-Sharif, Kunduz, Balkh, and Takhar, causing widespread damage and disruptions. Authorities have declared emergency in several districts as rescue teams and medical personnel rushed to aid victims trapped under debris. The tremors also extended beyond Afghanistan, shaking parts of Iran, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Experts have warned that the death toll may rise as search operations continue. This is Afghanistan's second major quake this year, highlighting the region's growing seismic vulnerability.
President Masoud Pezeshkian declares Iran's nuclear program peaceful as reconstruction begins, while Donald Trump threatens renewed U.S. action.